Hello, crafty friends. My name is Kimberly Smith, and I'm the Paper Chef. When I first joined Stampin' Up! In 2016, I was already a paper crafter, and then I found out about a workshop going on from a friend who I met at a craft fair, and she told me about a special to join. So first I started going to Paper Pumpkin. This is Paper Pumpkin. Paper Pumpkin play dates. And the next thing I knew, there was a special to join, and I joined. It was March 31st, like 11 p.m. The special was going to end in an hour. I took the plunge, and really, I've never looked back. It's been an amazing, amazing ride. I started a YouTube channel soon after, although I was already doing workshops at my house and courses, classes, craft fairs for many years before that. I just started sharing the Stampin' Up! Experience, and next thing you knew, people joined my team, and it's just been a whirlwind. I really want to share this special with you because joining Stampin' Up! Changed my life. I have so many lifelong friends that I met due to my YouTube channel, my upline and her team, which we call our Stampin' Sisters if we all share the same upline, and people who are on my team who I get to connect with on Zoom and sometimes visit me in person through many events that I go to from Stampin' Up!, both virtual and in person. I have met lifelong friends that have been the best relationships in my life, and I just, well, of course, except for my family and my husband, but these ladies are my family as well. So I want to share the best special I've ever seen since 2016. Please come on and ask me any questions about joining my team, and I'll try to shout you out as you ask. And then right after this, I'll do a little crafting tutorial with you with the supplies that I show you. So you might be wondering, bottom line, what's the deal? What do I have to do? Okay, bottom line, I like to just start out by saying, best deal I've ever seen since 2016. It is $64.35. Okay, now what I usually do whenever there's a starter kit special, there's a couple different options, and I'll explain them. I do, what can you get for $64.35? I write down all the things you can get, and you can't see this right now. You're going to get to see it in my next video because I have different camera angles, different tripods, different lighting. When I do my craft tutorials, I like to put the camera down at a different angle. And I'll show you those supplies, but I'm going to lift them up for you. The reason you can get so much for this price, and of course there's going to be tax, there's no shipping charge, zero shipping charge. Normally, it's an 11% shipping charge, but right now, the special for our starter kit specials we always have a starter kit special of $99. This is the first time I've seen it become this low for $64.35. So what can you get for that is you can get $125 worth of items, not one penny more, and you will get that for $64.35 and no shipping charge. So let me just say what I always recommend you put in your starter kit. And what this would mean, if you join. So what it would mean, I always recommend you put this trimmer in your starter kit, by the way. It doesn't come with two blades. It comes with one blade. And I did find my scoring tool. So it comes with one of these little, I'll just show it to you. You can score and cut with it. I prefer to score with a different tool called Simply Scored. But you can score with it using this. I put a little S on it, so it'll come with the blade and then the little scoring blade. Once you join Stampin' Up!, you join my team, you get a discount. You start out with 20% off. So you would be paying for your whole starter kit. You don't get 20% off the starter kit. It's already been deeply, deeply discounted. The reason it's only $64.35 is because this month, only from October 3rd until October 31st, we have what's called a 35th anniversary special. 35th anniversary special. Stampin' Up! Has been around for 35 years. I've not been part of their organization for that long, but I've been using their products for probably at least a dozen years because I used them as a crafter, maybe even longer. I used to use the wooden stamps and everything like that, especially with my kids' craft clubs that I've done. So that's something I recommend you put in your starter kit. The next thing I recommend you put in your starter kit, and this is what I'll do a tutorial on because it's actually this month's card club as well. But for our card club, we're going to be sending you some, I don't know if they're here, but you're going to be getting like a lot of dies and things. Like, so you won't You won't be making it just on plain white paper like we're going to do tonight. So if you want to still join my card club, separate topic, that's a subscription or a one-time payment, and you can find that in my offerings below. So anyway, this is something you can put in your starter kit. I recommend it highly because it works with your scan and cut. It doesn't have any dies to go with it. It's easy to cut out on your machine. I've already been cutting out critters with that way. It works with any dies because like some of the dies you can put these critters in, you can stamp, and it's just great for a holiday. It's just a fun stamp set. Now, I'm going to recommend some blends, and in order to color with this Stampin' blends, I recommend that you get Memento Black ink, because Memento Black ink is easy then to color with because it doesn't make the alcohol markers run. Okay, so we are still only at the beginning of what you can get, and I'll lift it all up at the end and show you what you can get for that price. I recommend a pack of 12 by 12 basic white cardstock. Why 12 by 12? Well, because as of today, when I went to go buy the 8.5 by 11, and we didn't have any more of the 8.5 by 11, it's of course going to be restocked, but we don't have any right now. So I recommend for your starter kit, if you're going to get the starter kit, to get the 12 by 12 basic white cardstock. And we'll cut that up and we'll show you how to make a card out of it. Now this is the regular one, not the strength of, it doesn't have the strength of a thick basic white cardstock. For card bases, this is one that you would use for layering your cards. The next thing I recommend is a pack of Regal's cardstock. It doesn't actually look like this. This is left over from my cardstock share. But Regal's, there are 10 colors in each color family. Regal's is a good family for the holiday season, a good family of colors. And it contains the colors that I'm going to recommend as well. A pack of cardstock looks something like this. Although I'm recommending the Regals, this is about the size. And when you get a pack like that, you get 20 sheets. You're going to get 2 of each color. So you would get 2 of the real red, for example, and 2 of each color in the Regal group. And then I recommend 3 packs of blends. I just picked 3 colors that are good for the holidays. We're going to use these 3 colors to color, along with crushed cherry that doesn't come in one of the blends. Crushed cherry is going to be used for the little bird's beaks that we put on our card. The bird's beaks, and maybe we'll use one other color, but the crushed cherry is like a bit of a yellow, and you would need like some yellow for our project. But this is real red, a pair of real red Stampin' blends. I'll get these out of the package during my tutorial. Old Olive Stampin' blends and Pool Party Stampin' blends. Each set of blends are light and dark. So you have a fine tip side of each one. So this would be, and you have a brush side. So you have a brush side and a fine tip side, whether it's light or dark. So you have the brush side. So these are great for coloring, especially the holidays. All right, what else? We have Regal's cardstock, I told you. Seal Plus adhesive. You can put that in your starter kit if you want. Again, everything is if you want. You can put whatever you want in your starter kit. I'm trying to make it easy for you to understand what you can put in it, right? So that's why. I see 9 of you are here, so, go ahead and write your name, write hello in the chat so I can give you a shout out. Now, this is the Stamping Block D. Now, it's not going to hold everything. We'll use other stamping blocks in my tutorial. I was trying to get you as close to $125 as you can. You can spend, when you spend the $64.35, you're allowed to pick out $125 worth of items. So if I picked a stamping block bigger than this, it would have gone over. So we will probably in the tutorial use a couple different stamping blocks. I also added in some ribbon from clearance, the clearance section, and that got us up to $124.50. Okay, so you can't get, hi Michelle, nice to see you. You can't go over the $125 when you pick out any items you want in your starter kit. Do you have to pick out the items I said and the clearance ribbon? The clearance ribbon was $3. I just wanted to make it go up to $125. No, you can pick whatever you want. Would these items get you a project done? Yes. If you're new to stamping or not new to stamping and you just were like, well, if I'm going to invest the $64.35, then you want cardstock that you're going to be able to use right away, the basic white for layering. And you can get any pack of cardstock you could have got Brights or Regals. Hi, Janet here. I know, right? Janet's like, I wish I could sign up again. Yes, I wish I could sign up again too at this great deal. It was $99 when I signed up, so this is the lowest price. I've never seen it go beneath $99, Janet, so thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Karen. Nice to see you. So this is basic white cardstock, good for layering. So the reason I said get Regals, again, the pack of Regals doesn't look like this. I just don't have a pack that's not open. You're going to get a pack of Regals with 20 sheets. You're going to get this for layering, right? Picture this. We're going to make cards right after this. I don't have a card even planned. We're going to do mystery stamping where we don't know what we're going to make until we make it right after this. So you can stamp your sentiment, right? Stamp your sentiment. I've already been stamping. I could show you some of the other cards I did make with this. We're going to color. And again, we're going to add these colors, maybe one or two others. You can adhere the layers with your Seal Plus. You don't have a refill, but your Seal Plus. You can use a stamping block for stamping. Okay, you can use your trimmer to do the whole project. So this is the reason I recommend the starter kit. Because when you get all this stuff, you're like, I can use it right away and make cards. So that's what my goal is for you. Not to get a bunch of stuff that you're not using. You need to use your stuff. It's what's going to make you happier to use your stuff. If you get a bunch of stuff that doesn't coordinate together, or it doesn't give you enough, like you still don't have adhesive, you still don't have the white paper, you can't make a project. You need to get the things you need to start making those holiday cards, and then send them out to the world. That is what crafting is all about. Okay, so bottom line, I'm just gonna say, so I did this whole sheet, and I'll put this sample starter kit in the description of the video right when I get off. It's on my Google Sheets, and I can even send you the Google Sheet if you want to play around with different numbers, right? Yes, Patty, it is a great deal, right? Thank you. I hope I do get some new downloads. Thank you, Patty. Okay, so it added up to $124.50, and you only paid the $64.35. That's in the yellow. Now, what I did is, if you were to buy this, if you weren't to get hello, Diane, nice to see you. If you didn't get my starter kit and you had to pay shipping, you would be paying 11% shipping, which would have been $13.70 if you were to get all this stuff, which I'll hold up in a minute. And I'm not even talking about the extra stuff, which I'll tell you about. It would have come out to $138.20. So if you were to just go right now and don't get my starter kit, don't get my sample starter kit with all this stuff. Okay, with all these, here, with 3 sets of blends and all this stuff, right? All this stuff and the paper, the pack of basic white, the pack of real Regals, not real Regals, Regals. It would be, and you just go right now in the cart, you're like, I don't want to join, I'm just going to buy all that stuff because I like what you showed me. It would be $138.20. So by doing this special right now, I'm putting it in a starter kit, you're going to save $73.85. That's just on the stuff I just showed you. So it is a very, very great deal. Yeah, so Sherry's saying she loves being a hobbyist because, you're right, you get the discount. Also, those of you that aren't Stampin' Up, talk about some other perks because I want to talk about some other things you're going to get. Because I'm a U.S. Stampin' Up demonstrator, anyone in the U.S., the U.S. territories, like Guam, I've had team members in Guam, overseas military APO locations, right, like that. Anybody with a U.S. zip code can, a U.S. address can join my team. And we give you a paper pumpkin kit. We, meaning Stampin' Up, gives you a free paper pumpkin kit. This isn't something you get if you join someone's team in Europe or Australia because they don't have paper pumpkin in their countries. Only U.S. and Canada does. But you can't join my team if you're in Canada. You have to find a Canadian demonstrator. I don't know which paper pumpkin you're going to get. That's why I'm only showing the front of the box. So the side of the box says the name of the kit. It's usually a kit from a few months back. So that's one thing that you get in your kit. You also get a bunch of things like order forms. You get a case of catalogs, a case of this kind of catalog. It's the mini holiday catalog. You get a case of these catalogs. And if you don't want to do anything with them and you want to just join for the discount, that's fine. Give them to someone else or give them to put them in, ask your doctor if you can give them to leave them in the doctor's office. I mean, if you don't want to ever sell anything, you don't even need to put your name on them. You can just, I put my name on mine. You don't ever have to sell anything. You can just join and get the discount for yourself. So but you're still going to get the catalog. So please share them. Don't recycle them or throw them away. Share them because people love them. Now, there's one more really cool perk about joining during the month of October. We have virtual events. And this virtual event, personally, I spent $77 to sign up when I signed up for this virtual event. It is called the On Stage virtual event. It's in November, and everybody that joins during the month of October is going to get access to this online event. So it's like a conference. You're going to get lots of training, and you're going to get to interact with other demonstrators and do some networking. So it's really, really fun event, and you get to go to that as part of joining Stampin' Up! During the month of October. So I love that perk. So there is something going around today on the internet that you may have seen, and it says 35 this and 35 that. So I'm going to explain the second option, but let's make sure you're clear on the first option. Are you clear about how all the stuff you can get for $64.35? Because the way we came up with that number is because the starter kits are usually $99, and you always get, in a typical time, you usually get $125 worth of items. And this month only, we have discounted the starter kit by 35%. So where do they come up with that number? We have discounted the starter kit by 35%. There's another option if you want to take advantage of this option. If you think, okay, $99 isn't bad either, that's a great deal no matter what, because I have people join my team any time of the year, not just when there's a special. But most of my team members do join when there's a special. You can still do the $99, but instead of getting the $125 worth of items, you get 35% more added in your starter kit. So that is option number 2. So the first option is still the same and everything I just showed you. The second option, you can take away one set of blends, and this is what I did here. It's a $99 option, but instead you're going to get, I added up all the stuff. It came out to $168.50. You might even get a little more, but this is what mine came out to be. And it fit within the number. I think you got like 169 or something. Anyway, I forget the exact number, but you get $168.50 is what I came up with. And what I did is I took out the Pool Party blends as my sample, and I added in this. And the reason I added in this Crafting With You bundle, it's a $54 bundle. It's pretty cool. It has really neat dies. Is because this is going to be the topic, the bundle that I feature in November on my channel. And I feature a set for the whole month. This month, by the way, we are featuring, I always feature a bundle. We're featuring the Berry Cute bundle for my workshop series on YouTube, and we're featuring this one for my card club. So that's why I'm recommending, you would still get this one too. You get this, you get everything that I just told you about. Take away one set of blends and add this in, and you come out to the right amount. And so this is a $54 bundle. So this is, and you would get all that for only $99. So it's just a little bit more, right? But you're getting 35% more stuff in your kit. You still get that free event happening on stage. You know, in November, it's called On Stage Virtual. On Stage at Home, it's called. So those are the things that you're going to get. Now, questions. I'll just answer them because I know you're going to ask them. And if you ask more, I'll answer those too. Everybody always asks this question. What do I have to do? I want to only be a hobby demo. Do I have to sell anything? Do I have to do YouTube like you? No, you don't have to do anything. I did the YouTube as I was a full-time teacher, and it just grew and grew and grew. And now I'm a full-time paper crafter. This is what I do. But I have multiple sources of income, not just my Stampin' Up! Business. I have multiple sources of crafty income. So I am a full-time crafter, but you don't have to do any of that stuff. You keep your day job, as they say. Keep your job, keep your retirement, keep your, whatever you're doing, keep doing what you're doing and join as a hobby demo. So now you might be wondering, well, how do I stay active? This is the first quarter. It's the first quarter of the year. October starts a new quarter. We started a Stampin' Up! Year. October, November, December is quarter 1. You don't have to sell or buy anything in quarter 1. It's not even counted because you're joining during quarter 1. Your quarter number 2 would be January, February, March. That's quarter 2 of the fiscal Stampin' Up! Year. So by the end of March, you would have had to buy yourself or sell to someone else, maybe by having a party or workshop, $300 worth of items. Okay, now what I showed you today was just already with the stuff I lifted up first was $125 worth of items, right? Or what I showed you later with the Crafting With You bundle went up to $168.50. So you only need like about that much, double that much stuff, well, $300 worth before your discount. And that is how you stay active. What happens if you don't make that requirement by March 2024? nothing. Like you keep your starter kit, you get dropped. I mean, something happens, you get dropped from the team. Okay, then what? You get dropped. No big deal. You keep everything. You keep your starter kit, and you can join again at a later date. You could join my team again. Like I'll be reaching out to my team members. They can join the same team again. No waiting period whatsoever. But other people's teams, there is a waiting period. But I mean, you get dropped. That's all that happens. Okay. We're not encouraging it, because when you do start and you join again, you have to start back at the bottom and try to work your way up to bronze elite, which you want to get to, because that's when you start getting a 25% discount on items. All right, so what are some of the other perks? They're countless. I'm not going to go through them all right here. I'll do it while I'm crafting. I can talk about the perks, but the people are the perks, really. The events that we do, the camaraderie we share, the love for crafting. These are all perks. But before I knew about the people, I was kind of a lone crafter. And I did my craft fairs and I had my courses, but I was alone in being the crafting leader. And I just, I didn't coordinate things very well. I coordinated events very well. I'm talking about like products. I thought they looked good together, and it kind of looked good to me, but the colors and the ribbons, the ink, the cardstock, it didn't coordinate in that crisp professional look. One thing great about Stampin' Up! Products, and the reason we have such a big customer base and big demonstrator base of 55,000 demonstrators worldwide, is because of our awesome product selections, catalogs, always new products coming out, but it's our color coordination too. Our inks and our cardstock and our ribbons, they coordinate. So that's always fun. So we have the benefit of the people. We have the benefit of the coordination of products. We are able to pre-order. This is a cute little perk that we have. I love it because in November, some new products are coming out. And they told us about them today, and I did a little printout. And later on tonight, I can place a demonstrator order. There's some little cute, very, whimsical type of stamp set coming out, and I'm going to be able to get it first. So I love being able to pre-order, even though customers can't get it until November. So that's a perk. Those any items that are perks for any demonstrators, also people can put those items in starter kits as well. Oh, I love being able to go to events that are for demonstrators only. Like we had one in South Carolina this past summer. I love doing that. I love going to, I'm also a Stampin' Up! Leader, so I love getting to go to events with other leaders. We have card swaps. Let me start getting into what's important about, or what's beneficial about being on my team and my uplines team, and then I'll kind of wrap it up and do some crafting with you on another video. But my personal team, we have challenges, and I'm packing up prizes right now to send out to them. I won't show them to you. But we have challenges that they get to win prizes. Not everybody wins, but there's tech challenges and I mailed it challenge and training challenges every month in my team. So everyone can participate at whatever level they're at. Because there's a training challenge or an orientation challenge. You would do the orientation challenge if you're new. So there's lots of different challenges. If you're one of my VIPs already, you know about these challenges because I have similar challenges in that VIP group. And then we have a drawing and you win prizes. So my team, also we have Zoom meetings because we're spread out all over the US. So we meet, we just met yesterday. We meet on the 2nd of the month. So that's always fun. And they get to come to my team members come to all of my events. And there's different ways like they can participate in my events. But of course, they may choose to sign up, not just as a participant, but they might join in the event as well. And not just do the event where they attend. They might want to get the whole kit, kat, and caboodle, the whole packet. I have bingo. I mean, this is what I'm sitting here right now preparing for different events that I'm making packets for. Like this stuff's all over my table. I'm gonna have to clear it off before I do crafting. I have workshops and events and things like that. So my team gets a lot of extra, training from what I'm doing. Of course, they follow me. They usually met me through YouTube or some means like that. And so they follow what I'm up to, and then they come to the events. And then the bingo is on Zoom, October 20th. You can sign up in the description by October 7th. And that's another chance for us to connect. We have annual awards and recognition ceremony. Team members get to nominate others. So my team is unique like that. And it's unique in that I'm pretty techie compared to most people. So we kind of share those kinds of things. And I do updates for my uplines team as well. So speaking of that team, so you'd be part of my team and you'd be part of her team. So Karen, that's my, thank you for asking. I actually live in Georgia, but I only have one team member from Georgia. And my workshops are done here on my channel and in Zoom. Okay. And then of course, we have retreats. So I'm going to talk about the next team. The next team does much more in-person workshops in the state of South Carolina. That's where they do most of theirs. But you're still part of that team as well. When you join my team, you're also part of that team. And they have a retreat coming up this weekend. And there's always kinds of events. And every state you live in, I mean, I'm pretty sure every state, most states do it. Like I just found out because I was living overseas so long. I found out that there's a group called the Georgia Stampin' Up! Demonstrators and that they meet once a quarter. I just found that out. So now I'm part of their Facebook group. So I will go hang out with some of the Georgia demonstrators. They're not from my team. They're just fellow demonstrators. But there's a North Carolina group I know that one of my sidelines, or Stampin' Sisters, we call them, she goes to this other one. And there's a group of South Carolina. And thank you, Janet. She's writing about other perks right now. Janet's on my team, and she's writing about other perks in the thread. And they can go ahead and share those with you. So my workshops, again, because, like I said, it's kind of been a whirlwind in my growth because my growth was like whoosh after the YouTube. And it wasn't like straight. It was like this. The growth was like year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6. So it was like, slow growth at first while I was working full time. And then it started going up. And then now my events and things I do are all virtual. I did a lot more in-person events when I was living in places where there were more people around. And I did start out with being an in-person demonstrator. Anyway, I lost my train of thought, which is easy to happen. I was trying to tell you about my uplines. I never use notes, by the way. I just kind of just like talk. So one thing my upline is doing is in her group, which you would be a part of, is there's team swaps. So like today we had to sign up. It was October 3rd, so we had, or is it by tomorrow? We're signing up for a team swap, and the theme is going to be make anything from a new product that just came out in this catalog. So we're all going to make cards, send them to our swap coordinator, Lisa, and she's going to take them and she's going to divide them up and send us all back everybody's cards. And then we get all these different inspirational ideas. So that's something really fun in that group. And that group's my upline's Hattie. And in her group, Hattie does different kinds of events with her meetings. She has in-person meetings and then virtual meetings. And she does what's called mystery stamping. Different than how I do it. But she does a mystery stamping in our team groups, and lots of crafting, tutorials, workshops, celebrations, and a whole lot of stuff goes on in each team. So when you become part of my community, you also become part of another community. And, we get you in these communities gradually, because it's not like you're going to figure out what everybody does. There's a team, there's a culture, and there's like a way to like, ask to be accepted into the group, and you request it. Then we check that you're a current demonstrator, and then you get in the group, and then we explain what to do and how to participate in the challenges. So it's loads and loads of fun to be part of Stampin' Up, to be part of the Papered Chefs, which is the name of my team, the Papered Chefs. And then you'd be part of the Beehive, which is, my uplines team. And of course, all the perks that go with all those groups and the community is priceless. Okay, my team and my customers get spoiled by my mom, who makes extra things that sometimes get either put in kits or get as an add-on to kits. And she is like amazing. So my mom is an honorary member of my team too. So like, I don't know who else has a 91-year-old seamstress selflessly buying the fabric herself and making things, for my customer base. And I won't say just my team, because it's not really my team. She does this for anybody that's in my world that's getting kits and things. Because people are like, they don't understand what my kits are about. The first time they get a kit, they're like, what? Your kits are amazing. And then they want to get them all the time. All right, so another question I get asked, like, so what if I want to put something else in my starter kit? So I grabbed a couple things. Yes, just do whatever you want for your starter kit. Pick out whatever you want. As long as it doesn't go 1 penny over the $125, you'll still only pay the $64 and what did we say? 35 cents. And like I picked out a couple papers, which I thought would be cool because they're still around. or they were when I checked, and they were like merry, bold, and bright, and joy of Christmas. So you can put some other things in your kit, maybe things I didn't say. Get some ribbons, get some ink, stock up on things. So do you have to sell? No, never need to sell. Okay, so if you want to just be your own best customer and stay active that way, you can do that. Can you sign up on the page without going through the website? Yes, if you're interested. I did send someone the information about, there's a PDF, but it's like 12 pages, and you could do all the paperwork. But you'd have to get it to them by October 31st to take advantage of this deal. And you could do it all manually and mail it in, fax it in, snail mail it in. Okay, so it's an option. Hello, Hilda. Nice to see you. Okay, so can you, if you want to do this, can you start your own team? Like, yeah, 5 minutes after, you know, if you wanted to start your own team, you could start your own team. I mean, if you and a friend wanted to sign up, then you both could be on my team, or they could be on your team. I mean, as soon as you get the email from them, what happens is you can go online, and I mean, you're going to get an email from them, and you go online, you can sign up. When can you start shopping? Like 5 minutes after you get your email and password, you log on and you can start shopping. Do you get free shipping on your orders? No, only on the starter kit. I get asked this all the time. Do you get free shipping every time? No. Hello, Cheryl from Illinois. So the only time you ever get free shipping is if a few times a year when we're having a free shipping day, or in this case, free shipping on the starter kit. So that's the only time you get free shipping. So if you place your first order, what would be your perk of placing your first order today, or even this month? Well, a perk of placing your first order might be you didn't get everything you wanted in your starter kit. It would start to count towards your quarterly minimum. Maybe you want more stuff. You'll save 20% on that order, okay, to learn what you're doing, etc. And maybe you want to go in there, grab the links to share with someone else. There is a new Rustic Harvest Countdown to Christmas kit today that came out. So maybe you know, if you didn't put in your starter kit, you might want to get that. I'm thinking I'm going to get that Countdown to Christmas kit, and I might use it with my little nested treat boxes, because I think this will make a good little countdown to Christmas. So I don't know. I might get the kit and use it on the boxes. I might see about that soon, if there are any boxes left I haven't checked recently. All right, so I'll see you again. I'm going to take a little break. I will post, not in all my groups. I'm only just going to post this on the Paper Chef Facebook page, and I'll put in my VIP group that I'm going live again with the tutorial now, because you got the idea. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, because you'll get notified of my tutorials. And what we're going to do is spontaneously make something with this using only the supplies from your starter kit, plus a little bit of crushed curry, because I think we're going to do old olive. We'll use crushed curry because we need to do something with this draft. Right? We'll get a couple colors of yellow for the draft. Oh, and maybe you won't vote for the draft. Maybe you'll vote for the rhino. But I will let you guys pick. Maybe you'll want the moose. You want the moose, we'll do the moose. So you will pick what I'm going to make, and I will show you some other things that I've already made with this set. And we'll go from there. Okay, so let's play with your new sample starter kit on YouTube, and thank you all for watching. Hope to see some of you join the Paper Chefs very soon.